Hey guys, how's it going? Happy Friday. How's everyone doing? Are we up today, down today? Didn't trade like me? How's it going? Echo? Uh-oh. Let's see. Not sure how to... Less echo now. I hope, at least. I hope. Hey guys. Yeah. But let me know. Are you guys up, down? What's the? How was your week? It's been a pretty interesting week, I have to say, right? It's I had quite the moves, right? Still echoing. Is it echoing for everyone? Then I'll look into it, but... Yeah, let me know if it's like, if there's an echo for everyone, then it's not that bad, but there is an echo. That's a first. How can I... Not sure how to do that. Let's see. I do have an extra screen added this time, but I'm not sure if that's the reason. Well, I think we just have to roll with it. It is what it is. Yeah. Okay, cool. Cool. Here we go. Yeah. All right. Yeah. So, guys, I lost the notes, I think, in StreamYard. That's fine. But yeah, how to know when not to trade, right? That's going to be the main. Oh, my dog is saying hello. Do you want to be on stream? You want to be on stream? Hello. Say hello. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, so I'm gonna miss her for a week. So I'm gonna head to the Netherlands tomorrow for Christmas, and she's staying with a friend in Lisbon. So yeah, gonna miss her a bit. But anyway, guys, yeah, how's it going? So how not to trade? So I was trying to think of something like how to enforce yourself, like not to do. Basically, now how not to do stupid stuff, right? So that's the main thing. Like you can do bad trades, you can do, you know, things like that. Like you don't sleep well, and it might affect things like things that I talked about before. But how to actually also enforce it, right? Because for me at least, it's a different thing of like knowing it and doing it. Because for me, it's been quite the week, and I'm like, So I came up with I made a little spreadsheet, and basically it's going to tell me if I need to trade or not, pretty much. So it's just you can check it and uncheck it, and yeah, I mean, oh wait, this is the one that's gonna copy. That's not the one. Wait, I need to do my own version. Checklists. Let me drag it here. This one I should be able to edit. Why not? Oh, I'm not logged in. Let me do that. Hold on. Oh, then we have the nice two-step verification. Here we go. All right. And now we can edit, I think. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, so I made this little spreadsheet, and I don't know. I was just trying to make something binary, right? So should I trade or not? Because I knew, you know, I talked about tilt days before, right? So why do you tilt? Like, well, there's a few reasons, right? Usually. For me, it's like, you know, either not sleeping well, not, you know, you're like, I feel emotionally neutral about today. Today I wasn't just, you know, I'm just preparing my travel tomorrow. So I was like, no, I'm not gonna. This is already no. This I could have checked. I'm okay missing. Yeah, I'm okay missing trades. Maybe I should make it bigger actually. So maybe here. So it's not in the way of the stream. Oh. There we go. Yeah. Now everyone can see it, I guess. No. What thumbnail? Where? What do I miss? Yeah, so you know, I'm trying to get a more binary way or more subjective way of how do you say that? Of choosing, of making a choice to trade or not to trade, right? And yeah, so this week we had rollovers, and for me that's interfering with my trades because I look a lot at volume, right? So yeah, there was an issue. So even if I was feeling okay, I made this sheet the way that I couldn't copy it. So I could only trade like one account, or I can adjust it, you know, trade maybe like a third of all your accounts. I don't know, depending on how many accounts you have, of course, but make it more mechanical in how you treat this, because you can say like, cool, yeah, so let's copy all your, I don't know how many accounts you have, and then yeah, you probably know beforehand. At least I knew. In hindsight, I knew beforehand. Like after a tilt day, I knew beforehand it was kind of gonna happen. You know, I was like, yeah, I'm not feeling emotionally neutral. Like maybe because of still of a loss from the day before. Um, so I already knew that I had that emotion in me that I might be prone to push it on that day, or full tilting, oversizing, things like that. So you know, especially oversizing can kill you pretty quickly. So I'm trying to look for a way on how to decide this before I start the trading day, right? Or when to stop. It's also when to stop. So, for example, like let's say if I hit my objectives, well, ideally not the loss, but you know, yeah, no, it's not 100% mechanical. No, this was the question. Do you have a 100% mechanical strategy? No, no. I try to be as much as I can in like how I read order flow, but it's still has a lot to do with how I use context, things like that. So no, it's not completely mechanical. No, no. Yeah. You've never seen that? Oh man, then I think it's one of the most important things, honestly, um, because at least for me, it's like it's the most. It's the thing that influences my trading the most. You know, if I'm emotionally charged or something else going on, or and then I'm more prone to mistakes or going in tilt and oversizing and things like that. It's usually not because of uh, the way the market is, right? It's usually something in your environment that's triggering that in you, and because a loss is a loss. Like it's like, I mean, it's part of trading, right? Like my stats this week went down. Like I think I'm at like 64% win rate. Normally I'm above 70s, right? So it was like, yeah, it's not all wins. So yeah, so I really was thinking about a way how to make it more mechanical in the sense of should I trade or not trade, because like if I've been thinking about the days that I've tilted. Lucky there aren't that many, but every day I kind of could have sensed it in myself beforehand, and I don't know if it's the same with you guys, or something on the day itself trigger it for you, but for me it was always something already before I started trading that I knew was maybe gonna trigger it, or a high chance of triggering it. And yeah, so I made this checklist yesterday or something, and yeah, well, let me read you the comments, right, guys? Yeah, exactly. The trade was wrong, not you. Yeah, exactly. So one trade doesn't define anything, right? So it's just a part of a series of things that you're doing, and it should really be irrelevant to your next trade. Yeah, the more trades you do, the as long as your win rate is okay, or your risk reward is higher, then you will be fine, right? That's the thing, and that's the thing you need to trust in, and stick with. And if you are not okay with that, then one of these checks. Well, let me. It's like trying to move up and down. Then one of the things aren't checked, because then you're not okay with it, right? And then you should really watch yourself in what you're doing on that day, because it's so easy to make mistakes and then spiral in that, and then everything falls off that you learned the last, the last couple weeks or months, whatever it is, that one day can completely screw you up, and that just shouldn't be possible, right? So yeah, I'm trying to, this checklist to, first of all, like, check with myself how I'm feeling, because while I know, like, objectively, like, I know, like, yesterday shouldn't influence today, but sometimes it does, because I can still feel it, like I was like, oh no, I did it really wrong, and I should have acted differently on that, and I feel I'm carrying it into the next day, and that's just the worst thing to do, right? So yeah, so I would not have been able to check this one. I'm like, yeah, I'm not trying to, well, yeah, so I was trying to do that, right? So yeah, so I'm trying to all look into myself, like, hey, what's going on there? Because it's just so interesting to see. So if you can avoid those things, because you can avoid a trading day, right? So you're not missing anything by not trading one day, and there's always another day, so there's nothing. Even if you bought the low and the market goes up 5% or whatever in the same day, it's still okay to miss it, or whatever, walk away if you're not feeling okay emotionally, or things like that, or you're prone to oversizing, or you think you missed everything you want to chase. It's totally okay to just walk away or reduce risk drastically, like I'm saying here, like, reduce risk, don't copy trade, things like that. So I found that very helpful and funny that I only looked into this now, 15 years later, 16. But yeah, I think it's like still needed, because I'm still making the same mistakes as as in the beginning, right? Right, not that often anymore. So that's a win. But I'm still making them. I'm still yeah, only human, and we do our best, but some days we're just not able to to be our best, and that's fine too. Yeah, well, let me, so day trading is a lot harder than swimming. You need to be right. Yeah, I mean, it depends on your well, it depends on your strategy, right? Yeah, it's a different thing. It's not the same. It's like, yeah, I don't know. That's how you say that. Like, you can be a rally car driver or a Formula One driver. Like, they're both right, but it's completely different, I think. That's how I see it, at least. Hey, how's it going? You need you need your Rocky team. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah, honestly, it's like, it's interesting, because, like, I think those things can help, get you in the right mindset. Not feeling overconfident, of course, but no, everything can. Your whole environment is important, right? For sure. Yeah. Yeah, that's for sure. Yeah. Every day is new. Every trade really is new. And we know that, right? If we think about it, we know it, but in the moment, it's often just very hard to realize that. And yeah, it's part of why I made this checklist. I might still edit it or whatever, or I don't know, whatnot, but add things, remove things, I don't know, but yeah, it's just, we as humans, I don't think we can be that mechanical all the time, and those times that we're not, we really need to be careful, right? So yeah, just for me, I think it will really help me going forward. Like, if I'm just being honest, and say, like, I'm feeling emotionally neutral about today. If I'm not, I shouldn't check it, right? And it either mean, well, I might. It depends. Maybe I'll make it so that you need at least two or three checks. I don't know. and then reduce risk or whatever, trade micros or whatnot. I don't know. I'm gonna think about it, but I think it's gonna be very useful to use this and do it every day, right? Do this every day before you start trading, and just be honest with yourself, because I know I sometimes, have the urge to just push it. I'm like, because it's been going so well, and I start to push, and the moment I start to push, it's going downhill, and I'm like, why are you doing this? Like, dude, what's going on? Like, what triggered that in you? Yeah. So yeah. I think it comes down to like mostly like being honest with yourself before you start trading. Like, how am I feeling? And the things below there, environment check. Yeah, you should be aware of it. Like no major risk things scheduled. Like, I don't know if it's FOMC day or whatnot, and let me. Like things like that news that's scheduled, CPI that we had, things like that. Sure, you need to be aware of it. You can still trade after if you want, but you just be aware that it can influence the whole day. With FOMC, the market's it's like waiting on it, something, or things like that. Got to be aware of it, especially if you only trade the first hour normally. Every time I look at check mark, it goes to the. Well, anyway, it doesn't matter. You can still see it, right? Yeah. So this week we had rollover, and for me, it just it made my reading order flow. Well, I wouldn't say useless, but it really shut down my edge a lot, I think. So. So objectively, I should not have traded this whole week, I think, actually. And that's good to realize, like rollover week. Like, I knew it because I've been through so many rollover weeks, but still, like, and then other things come into play, right? For me, it was like, having like big payouts pending, things like that. Going to my family next week. And so I was not emotionally neutral. No, because I wanted to push, and probably not gonna trade that much next week because I'm gonna go to my family in the Netherlands. So all those things come in play, and everything comes into play when you trade, right? So yeah, so I'm quite happy with the checklist so far. I'm probably gonna still upgrade it or maybe build it even into DeltaTrader. Like, we have a trading lock, right? You can lock trading, and if you want to unlock trading, you need to check all those things. Like, how am I feeling? Am I feeling emotionally neutral? And if you want to click that button really bad, like, yes, I am, I'm feeling neutral, then you're probably not. So yeah, I don't know. I think it might be cool to build it into the platform even. Yeah, or like, I don't know. There's a lot of things that we can do with this, I think, and I think it's gonna be super helpful, at least for me, and therefore I hope also for you guys. So yeah. Okay, let me see. Oh yeah, exactly. Yeah, right. We kind of know. So I know what you're talking about. The gut feeling. I think telling you to walk away. Yeah, exactly, right. And then the most interesting part is to analyze why we don't, right? Yeah. Yeah, gut, like, exactly. Yeah. Yeah, I think it's super interesting. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's rollover week. So it's gonna be part of my checklist. I think next time rollover week, I'm just either not gonna trade or just trade one account, or micros. I don't know. Probably just take a week off. Yeah, exactly. Cash is a position. Yeah, no, it's exactly. Yeah, waiting for the right setup. waiting for the right setup, waiting for the right mindset, waiting for the right environment. All those things matter. So cash definitely is a position. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. 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 I'm sorry about that. Yeah. Same for me. Yeah. Any thoughts on good and bad of trading communities? That's an interesting one. I know in the past it used to influence me in a bad way, in a sense of like it was letting me take trades that weren't mine. I was just watching some people trading or posting, or some guy streaming his charts, and talking through his trades. And years ago, many years ago, but I sometimes followed the trades, and I think 100% of the time it was a losing trade for me, because it wasn't my trade, right? So it depends what you want to get out of community. I think community can be really helpful, but more in a sense of like things we're doing here, like with not giving you trade advice, but or giving you it is trade advice, but it's like I'm not giving you setups, right? I'm not giving you say like go long here. No, this is to help you during your day, and to improve in the coming years, hopefully, right? Not like, oh, I'm gonna go long at I don't know, whatever price, and my stop is here and that's my target. That's not gonna help you in the long run, because like it's not your trade. And I feel a lot of communities are a little bit like that, but maybe I'm wrong. But you're never gonna learn by just following people's trade. But as long as they're talking about things like setups that have happened, or going over trades, as long as they're not calling it real time, I think it can be helpful. Yeah, but you have to keep it close to yourself. So if it's completely out of your how do you say that, completely out of your normal doing of trading, like if you're an order flow trader, and they're talking about I don't know, they're talking about MACD crossovers, like I'm out, like like it's not for me. Like, but if that's your thing, and they're talking about it, then it can be helpful, right? Then you can maybe improve things, or things like that. So it's also a matter, I think, of finding the right community. Yeah, it's fun. It's about finding the right community, I think, that fits your trading style, your personality, things like that. So but it might be hard to find, but yeah. So yeah, I hope that answered your question. Yeah. So let me go back to the. It looks very messy. Back to the. If you don't define a time slot for your day trading, you will keep failing. Human brain has a limit to handle stress and emotions. Yeah. So exactly, and I agree with that, and I talked about that the previous stream. For me, and I'm not sure exactly what I said. I said, like, for me, 1 hour of trading, I usually don't trade more than an hour. Feels like 5 hours or 6 hours, so it's very intense for me. So if I'm trading an hour and a half, it feels like completely full workday for me. So I really don't want to. I don't want to trade more, because it's just I can't focus longer than that. It's just so intense with my trading style, right? If you're a swing trader or whatever, then it's different, I guess. But if you just really like scalp day trade, it's I think super intense, and for sure you should limit that. Yeah, 100%. Yeah. Hey, what's up? Oh yeah. Market will humble you as soon as you'll get a little greedy. Yep. That's 100% the case. Yeah. That's 100% the case. Yeah. Which is funny, right? Yeah. but it also gives you the best lessons because of that, right? So you like let's say, yeah, you know, because it always makes you think about your process and what happened and how not to do it next time, you know. So yeah, I don't know, yeah, so it's true. But being humbled also makes you a better trader in the end. At least it did for me. um but it's definitely true. Yeah. Yeah, I hate it too, but you know, it's just you gotta see the positive in that, right? You gotta see the positive in that. No. So I would never made that checklist otherwise, right? So things like that. Um, yeah, and a lot of other things that I do to, you know, to stay focused and ready for battle. You know. Yeah. Um, Marcus, well, so well, I mean, if you have a win rate of 70%, there's something going on, right? It's not 50-50. If it was random what you were doing, it was 50-50. So first of all, you got to find an edge in the market, and that could even be with 50-50 because if you adjust your risk reward, you can even be successful with that, right? So yeah, I mean, embrace the. I mean, yeah, I'm not really sure what to say on that, but it's often better, I think, to be more mechanical a little bit, but it depends. Yeah, it depends. I think it depends. Because for me, context is very important, and I'm not sure how mechanical you can make that. And I think, well, you probably can do a lot of things, but yeah. So for me, it's not super random, no, but because there's always patterns that are repeating, right? Because you just have to be patient for the setups that are going to give you that pattern, right? If you want to trade every second, then yeah, then it's going to be hard. Yeah. 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 I mean, it was on my radar. It just for most new, yeah. Yeah, it's important. It's just yeah, it's just because the volume is split, right? So if you look at order flow a lot, then the order flow is split between two contracts, and that's just, you know, not the same. Yeah, it's not the same. So yeah. Yeah, thank you. Likewise. Yeah. Let's see more comments. You should join the trading pod. From what I read, experienced day traders often grow faster and working small. Yeah, so I'm kind of doing that already, but not online. Well, online, but like, yeah, not publicly. Yeah, no, I think it's good. Like people, traders helping each other, coaching each other. Yeah, definitely helpful. I think. Yeah, for sure. For sure. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I was going. It's nice for traders for different sales per level. Yeah. Also. Yeah. No. Exactly. No. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. True. And then it's funny, and I do that also. Usually we have the same or very, super similar levels. So yeah. Wait. Crazy how I was an order flow trader without using volume. Now I'm getting great executions at big trade retests. Yeah, cool. I mean, If you were an order flow trader without using volume, how do you mean? You were just looking at the tape, or you were more like doing technical analysis, and now you're actually using order flow? I don't know what you mean, but yeah, no, I mean, yeah. So big trades retest, yeah. I mean, often, yeah, they come together with like BPOC tests, things like that, right? Yeah, I think it's getting really dark here, by the way, so I think you guys can notice it on the video. I turned off my background, but it's getting dark. Let's see if I turn that off. Yeah, I don't know if that's good. Should probably turn on a light. Yeah, give me 1 second. I'm gonna turn on a light. And we're back. All right. Let's see. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, 3 parts of trading: how you enter, how you manage, and how you exit. Yeah, pretty much. And well, yeah, pretty much. Yeah, patience and key. Yeah, that's for sure. That is for sure. Yeah. Oh, Mark Douglas. Yeah, I like Mark Douglas. Uncertainty plus edge is profit. Nice. Yeah, for sure. It's DeltaTrader, and you get it for free with TFD with Rhythmic. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, and yeah, it's a platform that I built right away. Me and my team. Let me turn off the background again. Here we go. Back. Yeah, so you can take a look if you want. Either just get it with Rhythmic through TFD, or go to DeltaTrader.com or nielstrades.com and find it there. But yeah, pretty nice platform, if I can say. No, obviously, I'm biased in that. So yeah. There are many newbies who are using a negative. Yeah. Yeah, a negative, or yeah, that's very hard. with whatever you do, right? It doesn't matter which strategy you use. If you risk to make one, it's going to be very hard. So I think your win rate needs to be like, what is this, like 80 or something? I don't know. A lot. I think. Yeah, that's very hard. But they need to go through that phase, right? They're new. They probably saw someone do it on. They probably saw someone do it on YouTube or something, and then they think it can work for them, and it can work, I guess, under certain conditions, but it has a very low chance of working, right? So yeah, you're welcome. You're very welcome. Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, so the main key takeaway is like, yeah, I made this little checklist, and I think it's gonna be very interesting. I'm gonna do that daily, and I'm gonna see if it can, you know, remove or eliminate days that I would tilt or break my rules, right? I think it will, honestly, because I think so. But you gotta the thing is, you gotta be really honest to yourself, like, because like I was working on this checklist and I was like, yeah, but do I really yeah, I feel super neutral today, but do I really, do I really feel like that, or is it just, am I saying that now to myself because I want to trade? Right? So it's a tricky situation, but so you got to be really honest with yourself, and only then it will work. And yeah, that's probably still hard in some cases, but yeah. Yeah, then we have a few other things, like am I following my setup? Is my stop defined? Like, am I not figuring out my stop last minute? Is my risk reward okay? Like one-on-one minimum, ideally more. Do I know where to exit? What invalidates the trade, things like that, or do I have already like an order flow level that I want it to test, things like that. Yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna work a little bit more on this. Maybe make it better, make it maybe, yeah, I don't know. Mainly make it better, and yeah, keep you guys updated on how it works. I guess for me, and yeah, and you can download for free, by the way. If you just go to nielstrades.com, you can just get the link to the Google Doc. So if I update it or improve it, you can just re-download it. I think it's gonna be nice. Yeah, it's just a simple. It's a simple thing, but it could potentially, save your day. Yeah, yeah. I think that was my best achievement of the week, making this checklist. Thank you. Yeah, thanks. It's just, first effort, first try. Hello, how's it going? Yeah, for sure. Yeah, exactly. Works with Rhythmic and Project X, but no, yeah, you can connect your TFD account to it and then trade on it for sure. Yep, that's the main goal. Yeah. Well, and do analysis, right, and then execute on it. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. What's this? What's this emoticon? Oh, emoticon. What's this like? Is it happy, or it looks like someone is cold? I don't know. Maybe I'm just imagining being cold because I'm going to the Netherlands tomorrow and it's super cold there or something. I'm not looking forward to that. My mom texted me like, "Oh yeah, you should bring your warm clothes." I'm like, "Yeah, okay." Yeah, thanks, mom. Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, that's what a trading platform should do, right? Execute trades. Like, yeah. So you can trade on the dome. Let's see if I have an account that is still there or something. Paper account. So you can just place trades, things like that. Buys, things like that. Yeah. Or do it on the chart. That works too. Oh. Sell order. And if you have the same account, then it will also show up in the DOM. If they're linked, then you can move it here. Yeah, so that works. Yeah. Yep. Answering this, by the way. Yeah. Yeah, so that works. Yeah, cool, guys. So, yeah. Do you guys have more questions about when not to trade, or yeah, I think I've covered most, what I want to say about that. Yeah, I'm very proud of myself of making the checklist finally. Should have done that years earlier, I guess, but yeah. Oh, and there's going to be a giveaway on Tuesday. So before I forgot, so Tuesday is going to be a giveaway. Okay, cool. Yeah, I think there's going to be around the table kind of things with order flow traders on Tuesday with a giveaway. So stay tuned for that, guys. And I'll try to join. I'll probably join from the Netherlands. And maybe I can even show you the cold weather. No, well, hopefully not. Hopefully it's not raining. Yeah. Yeah. Let me cancel my order. But yeah. Cool. Yeah, I don't have much to go through through at the moment. So if you guys don't have any questions, I think we can wrap it up this time. And then, see you guys Tuesday. And have an amazing weekend, Yeah.